Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Al-Fatih, metric number 211911, and today I will be presenting a presentation entitled Constructing and Maintaining Online Identity on Social Media. Social media has been part of our daily lives. It is our contemporary way of communicating and interacting with each other. Days without social media will fear of missing out. We fear that they might miss any current issues, or trendings, or even the most trivial ones, like missing someone's daily update of his or her cat. Among other social medias, I usually use Instagram. Different from Facebook or Twitter, this social media is mainly visual. It has several features like post, story, and reels. Post and story are the two features that I mainly use on Instagram. In my posts, I usually post the pictures that I've taken with my DSLR camera. Meanwhile, in my Instagram story, I usually share a lot of trivial things. Sometimes I share about movies that I've watched or books that I've read. Sometimes I share the food that I ate or places that I've been. And sometimes I just take photos or videos of my surroundings. There are a lot of ways in which I or others can interpret about my online identity. However, on Instagram, I don't like to brand myself or construct myself as a nerd, as I am in the life of the freelance writer. Sometimes I took a screenshot of my article and then later posting it on my Instagram stories. As I mentioned earlier as well, that sometimes I share about movies or books that I've watched or read. That is also my way on how I manage to be seen or perceived by others as a book nerd and also movie freak. I also rarely post photos of my own self on my Instagram posts, if not at all. Rather, I usually post photos that I've taken with my DSLR camera, which I do it in order for me to be perceived as someone with a good or even great photography taste. To maintain my own personal branding that I'd like to be perceived as a nerd, there are several things that I do. First of all, I always try to be consistent. I always try to keep up with the latest books or movies that have just been published. I also post my photography work regularly whenever I took good pictures. Another thing is that I always try to be genuine, as I don't want my social media activities to affect my real life in a negative way, especially for me to find a job. Therefore, I only post my real photography work. And in my Instagram story, I only discuss movies or books that I actually watch or read. Another reason why being genuine is really important is because eventually people will notice when you're faking it. In the aspect of my profile picture, my current profile picture is an avatar that physically looks like me. The reason why I'm using an avatar is because that I don't actually look really good in real life. And using an avatar as my profile picture might be a way to look a little bit better. Social norms that I've learned from my using of Instagram. Sometimes I see posts or stories on Instagram where people seem to be harmful, yet in reality, they actually don't. Sometimes what I interpret as flaming is not actually flaming at all. Some posts or stories are people's way to be playful with their friends or families. There was a moment, there was a moment, there was a moment where I mistook it as flaming, and I deeply regret it, as I only waste my time and energy to be engaged with something that actually is not as what I think it is. Therefore, I think we should try to be more subjective when we see any posts or stories on Instagram because it is based on our interpretation to interpret it as flaming and sometimes it is not flaming at all. And that's how I learned it. That's what I've learned. on my usage of Instagram. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you. Cheers.